representing the vital beginning. Thinking, acting are the three things that make up the essence of life of the human race. Now, when we take a transgenerational history, Dr. Kent says, the children inherit it from their parents and carry it on and continue it. And the image of his own interior self comes out in disease. Right? This was a book which I found on the radar itself. Man was not born ill. Man was never born ill. We cannot conceive that Bhagwan, Allah, God the Beneficent, could make man otherwise than good and great and obedient. And the good, healthy man lived his life in sinless purity and health. God gave man goodness, but he gave the man also the power to be otherwise, and he led away by sin. So when we are talking of divine spark, we are the essence of that absolute, that Vaheguru. We are in the image form of that absolute. तो करना क्या है? धीरे धीरे समझते करना क्या है? Hindi. So as long as man lived according to law, as long as the man lived according to law and the order of his creator without excess, rather the power of free will, there was no trouble or disease. So long he was good and obedient to his law, he was free from disease, what Dr. Kent has been telling us. But as soon as he exercised the power of free will with which he has endowed and against the laws of his creator, all trouble started. Man began to think, feel and will against the God, against the laws of nature. God willed man to love his neighbor, but instead of loving his neighbor, he began to hate his neighbor. There became a sense of duality, misusing the virtue of will with which he was gifted by God. And when this happened, this evil thinking that was created in the mind, first it came as a passive thought. Passive thought. It came in the unconscious part. It came as a passive part कि किसी के बारे में बुरा विचार आया, तो कभी ना कभी, कहीं ना कहीं, if you haven't worked on yourself, it will come out. It will come out. If we know that मैं कुछ हूँ, मैं स्मॉल हूँ, तो मैंने आज समझ लिया अभी मैं स्मॉल हूँ. स्मॉल पे रिस्पॉन्ड नहीं करना भाई, करना नहीं, बिल्कुल नहीं करना, बिल्कुल रिएक्ट नहीं करना, डिफेंस नहीं देना, कुछ ये भी सीख लिया, डिफेंस नहीं देना, डिफेंस ही नहीं देना. स्मॉल, हाँ 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 ठीक है, बट वी आर नॉट वर्किंग ऑन इट. देन वन डे विल से, तूने मेरे को नीचा दिखाया था उस दिन. अब ये कहाँ से आया? ये कहाँ से आया? First it was a passive thought, now it has become a action. And that action, this active thinking, the mental endeavor of doing, is a kind of mental irritability, and that is really the Sora. And that is really the Sora. Sora was yet in the mind, and it was a condition of mind not expressed in the body. In the mind, instead of smoothness, which exhausted before, there was a turmoil. Turmoil means the vital force is now disturbed. As it is opposed to the law of nature, but this condition of mind will not be long confined to mind alone, because the mind will gradually shape the body, then will soon be expressed in the physical body. Sora is not itch, mind it. ये Sora नहीं है, but it is the cause of itching. Sora is the cause of itching. whatever thought and whatever thinking is producing any physical body. Now let us understand the sura. It only indicates the existence of sura, but it is never sura itself. Sura and ich are never identical. Let us make it clear once again. Sura is a condition acquired by man at the beginning, that is prior to his having any disease by evil thinking, but now inherent in him the tendency for disease. In short, it is the inherent tendency in man for disease. Now, Sura, the first thing in this book, मैंने आगे वो discuss नहीं किया. Now, I am going to summarize it. They tell that Sura is restless, Sura is wandering, and Sura is unreliable. ये बड़ा रेस्टलेस है. जब अंदर से ये टूटा तो बेचैन हुआ, बाहर भागा और बाहर उस चीज को पूरा करने की कोशिश करने लगा. This is all written in this book. I have summarized it for you. Sora is looking everything. स्टार्ट होगा. तो एक केस करते हैं, फिर उसके बाद इसको कंटिन्यू करते हैं. थोड़ा शायद सोरा समझने में आसान होने लगे. So trying to suppress delusion is a delusion too. Delusion have no original existence. You create by yourself, indulging in discrimination. Discrimination means bhedbhav, means duality. If we think everyone, this is separate and this is separate.